Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here's Brandon.
Hey, right here.
Pass to Zerbiak. Down low. Garnett outside. Clock at 6. Here's Peeler. Rebounded by Coleman. Stolen away. Here's Brandon. Iverson covering. And that one's good. Brandon.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Coleman. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist.
Yeah, I'd say a pretty good plan to get the ball to Coleman on that low block. It takes some very physical defense to contain him, and sometimes even that's not enough.
Here's Brandon. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. 13 feet away. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Iverson. Here's Van Horn. Good on the triple.
Well, Iverson can dish it out just about as well as he can score it. I mean, instinctively finding the ready shooter there.
Brandon, the pass to Garnett.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Garnett, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. And here is Zerbiak. Garnett, the screen. 5 to shoot. Zerbiak passes to Brandon.
A strong, crafty defender. Snow really works hard at that end of the floor.
Iverson outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw, no good.
You know, one of the things you just love about Iverson is the heart he plays with. Every minute he's out there, there's no denying that he's giving it his all.
I think it's a point of emphasis for this coach, getting to the line where you can pile up some freebies and set your defense.
They retain possession. Here's Brandon. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. They get a hand on it. Here's Zerbiak, guarded by McKee. Pass to Zerbiak. Shoots over McKee. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The 76ers lead. And the dunk by Iverson.
And this is where Iverson is so terrifying, running the open floor with such ease and confidence.
Here's Garnett. And here is Zerbiak. Back to Garnett. Lets the 3 fly. Hands it from downtown. Garnett's got 5 points so far.
KG just looked so confident. Like the moment he had the ball, he knew that shot was dropping.
Now here's Iverson. Not a lot of room. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Peeler. Iverson covering. Pass to Peeler. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Call it check in for Philadelphia. Buckner comes in for Snow. 76ers on defense. Here's Gill. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. That gives them the lead.
Smith shoots such a solid percentage from the floor because he doesn't take bad shots. He typically takes good ones.
Now here's Iverson. They trail by 1. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Van Horn. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Here's Serbiak, guarded by McKee. Here's Strickland. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Not wasting any time off the catch.
Here's Iverson. Now here's McKee to end the run. And Iverson with the nice bucket inside. Iverson's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
Here's Strickland. Here's Gill. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Now here's Iverson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Garnett grabs the board.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
With the drive, the offensive rebound, the layup off target. 76ers trailing. Here's Iverson. Finished off the break. 7 points in the game.
Boy, they got a clean look there.
Iverson's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Strickland passes to Smith. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. KG, that's good. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Iverson. Well, Clark, we've had a few years without the illegal defensive calls. How do you think the change has gone?
I think it's been good. I mean, again, anytime there's new opportunities to play the game differently, it sometimes takes a while for everybody to embrace that. Man-to-man is still the go-to defense, although we do see some teams playing the occasional zone. But I'm anticipating that will only increase as teams get more comfortable with what zone defenses can do for them.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Strickland. A floater. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
They really do. I mean, whenever they play each other, it means a little bit extra. These are two franchises, as you said, that certainly have had their fair share of tangles in the past.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
Here's Snow. Still scoreless. Van Horn, the pass to Buckner. Just 5 on the clock. Floats one. Van Horn, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Rebound by McCullough. Over the 76ers, their last game, a win against Denver.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The shot's good from Snow.
Well, the D can give up these kinds of looks, especially to Snow.
The Timberwolves have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And the Timberwolves call time here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We take a look at the Timberwolves. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3.
Well, I think for Minnesota,
this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Peeler's shot is off. The 76ers are gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. 1:21 left in the first half. Here's Brandon. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Serbiak. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brandon. Defended by McCullough. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And it's Smith laying it in. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
Good free work on the boards that time by Joe Smith. Got the offensive rebound and then went right back up with it.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here.
Timeout, timeout.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the 76ers with some changes. Coleman's checked in for Van Horn. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for McKee. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Iverson outside. And he banks in the layup. Iverson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Check out Iverson getting tricky with the ball, using his handles to slip by the defender.
Here's Brandon. Knocked away and stolen by Iverson. Pass to Buckner. Back to Iverson. Here's Coleman. Three-pointer. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Coleman's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia. Here's Brandon. He's covered by Snow. Jackson a screen on Snow. Brandon can't hit from the elbow. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Snow. Iverson outside. And the rejection by Jackson. Brandon the pass to Garnett. And good that time. 9 points for Kevin Garnett.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
Pass to Van Horn. Over Garnett. Misses off the right iron.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Releases. Peeler's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 3. Iverson kicks to McKee. Back to Iverson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Drives to the hoop. Lays it up off the glass. Iverson's got 11 points.
Boy, the quickness of Iverson. What a blur this guy is. Slithering his way through the defense and never afraid to drive it inside despite being a small guy.
Here's Peeler. Nothing on the board. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's Garnett. Jackson passes to Brandon. Peeler. And finally they hit one. Peeler's got his first basket.
Brandon orchestrating the offense, a thing of beauty. I mean, he's superb at getting the ball to his teammates.
Back to Iverson. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Brandon. Pass to Peeler. Now Jackson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Brandon. From down in the low post, it goes. And it's now only a 1-point Philadelphia lead. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. There's a screen. Back to Iverson. Pass to Coleman. Here's Snow. 5 on the clock. Here's Iverson. Garnett with the block.
Big block that time by Garnett, using every inch of that frame to get the block.
Smith checked in for Minnesota.
Number 32, Joe Barry Smith.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Cohen's checked in for Philadelphia. Buckner comes in for Allen Iverson.
Greg Buckner.
And here are the 76ers now. They lead by 1 to the inside. Pass to Snow. Makes it off the glass. Snow's got his second basket of the night.
Hey, anytime you get a good shot off inside, that's an excellent possession.
Here's Brandon. He's covered by Snow. Garnett outside.
Come get it.
Shot clock at 5. Inside. Here's Smith. That's good. And so Garnett with the assist. 6 points for Smith.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
To the middle. Here's McCulloch. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Garnett buries it down low. Garnett's got 11 points.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Garnett inside, expect a certain level of physicality.
Buckner the pass to McCullough, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Seeing some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Brandon. Smith on the wing. Garnett outside. Goes up the baseline. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. McCullough's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Buckner. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers on top. They're up by 3. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Here's Strickland. Pass to Gill. Here's Strickland. 6 to shoot. And here's Garnett. 2 points. That one goes.
Just putting on the hard hat and going to work. Getting buckets is what KG does.
Timeout called, 76ers.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Larry Brown said to his team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Timeout called, 76ers. And the 76ers with some changes. Coleman checked in for McCullough. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Snow. Now here's Iverson. He's tightly guarded. Excellent D there from Garnett.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Trent. Pass to Gill. To take the lead. Here's Garnett. A miss that time would have put him up. The 76ers lead. Iverson outside. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. It's that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Iverson can score with the best of them. I tell you what, a volume shooter. He does not lack confidence and lets it fly from anywhere and everywhere.
Shots good by Strickland.
That is a quick move off the bounce.
Iverson with the ball. Pass to Buckner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Another miss by Iverson. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Gill. Timberwolves passing it around. Strickland passes to Smith. Here's Garnett. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Kevin Garnett doing a nice job using those long arms of his to snag missed shots.
Here's Iverson, and the dunk by Iverson.
He's a difference maker. Iverson with all the shots in his arsenal and ready to deliver.
Timeout called, Timberwolves. Some changes here for the 76ers. McCullough comes in for Van Horn. And it's Snow in for Buckner. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Garnett kicks to Jackson. Back to Garnett. 5 to shoot. Fires from the corner. Rebounded by McKee. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Snow can't hit. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Sent back.
Coleman, great length. The wingspan of a Condor really excels at reaching out and turning shots away.
Iverson left side. Pass to McCullough. Back to Iverson. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Now here's Iverson after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Down low to the wing right side. Iverson outside. Back to McCullough. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Brandon. Guarded by McKee. And here's the fast break. Here's Iverson. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Timeout called, Timberwolves. Pass to Peeler. Here's Brandon. No good off the front iron. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Back to Iverson. Here's Snow. Iverson outside. Clock at 6. Inside, Coleman. Iverson trying to free himself up. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Timberwolves call time. They trail by 5. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Here's Garnett. Off target from three-point range. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
6 seconds left in the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line,
he hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. And the Timberwolves call time. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
So Philadelphia wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.